Okay, I'd like to say hello to all the Manu Samoa rugby fans. You can see I'm here with the original and former Manu Samoa rugby captain, Papali'itele Pita Fatialofa, aka Fats. Fats will be hosting a Legends dinner for the former players in the 1991 and 95 World Cup Manu Samoa teams. So he's going to say a few words what the dinner is about and who's going to be attending and all that kind of stuff. So I'll pass it over to Papali.
Well, thanks very much for the introduction. It's 20 years to the day that Manu Samoa first came on the world scene in '91. The game was against Wales, and obviously we're playing Wales on the 18th of September. So I thought it was appropriate that Manu Samoa have a 20th anniversary, and we're getting all the ex-Manu Samoa players from that game in 1991 to celebrate our 20 years. And we've got Brian Lima, chiropractor, we've got Stan Tumanatai, we've got Kaniti Seal, the famous if you haven't got enough heart, use mine. Got Sangila Mamea, who's one of the first, probably the only Samoan to score 2 tries against Wales. Not bad for a guy from Lefanga. And then we've got other players from New Zealand, Matafa Keenan, Pat Lamb, Mike Whistle. So we've probably got about 80% from that game in '91. And at the same time, we'd like to acknowledge the '95 team for them making the quarterfinals like '91. And as you know, that 80% of that team was from '91 anyway. So I just thought it'd be appropriate that try and get the boys together and and have a 20-year celebration, which starts on the 19th, which we have a cocktail at Kuaras in Manukau, and it's $50 per person to come in. And basically you have to go online, and if you want to come, it's p.fatialofa at extra.co.nz, and just email it to Hayley, who's our PA, who's our organizer for the event, and she'll take down your details, because we're trying to control the people that are going to come in. Like I said, you only can hold so many people in Guaras. We're looking at about 100 people at the most, just to have a good atmosphere, being at a Monday. But I think if you go online, if you want to come, just go online, and then you get the details of where to put the money. And the whole week is not about making money. The whole week is about us getting together, to catch up with a lot of our brothers from 20 years ago. And at the same time, obviously the money that's to pay to get in is to pay for the facilities and the drinks, and we're trying to keep it low key in the sense of finance, because I know we're all spending money to go and watch the games and all that. So we're trying to keep it at a low cost. At the same time, we're going to we've got a couple of schools. We're going to Kelston High School, just with the players. These are schools that we went to 20 years ago. Ferguson Intermediate in Otara is another school. There's a few other schools that wanted us to come, but we can't go, because there's only a few of the boys here. So we're just trying to do what's right as far as the promotional. And at the end of the day, we're here to support the team of the now, and that's the Manu Samoa team that's down Mount Mangahui at the moment. So I'm getting ready to go down tomorrow, support the boys when they play in Namibia. And I've really been fortunate that I got a call this morning that they've asked me to present the jerseys to the boys before they first came in the World Cup, which I feel honoured. And as obviously when you get asked to do that, obviously they've shown some kind of respect to myself, in the sense of being a former captain, and it's really a great feeling to be asked to present jerseys for the first game in the World Cup in 2011. So for me, it's it's something that I looking forward to. You know, maybe I can give a bit of advice, but I think the sense of just talking to the boys and telling them that my experience when I was captain in '91, and I think it's a similar situation. You know, the whole country's behind them. They've been playing fantastic rugby, and it's just a matter of them being consistent and having a 85-minute game. And I think just everyone just contributing every game they play in the World Cup. And then anyway, on Wednesday on the 20th we have a captain's barbecue, which I'm fronting up with, and that's just for the players and their girlfriends, just to say thank you for coming to New Zealand and coming to the reunion. And then on Thursday we've got a golf tournament, which we have sponsors from Samoa, ACP, you know, it's going on before. Was it Sinalei, Samoa Concrete, you know, before Whitslett, and Norman, who's happy to giving us a sponsor to help us out through the reunion. And obviously Aggie Grays, we've got Digicel who just come on board. Might give some discount for the boys who are going back to Samoa. Yeah, and we've got Guadas who's jumped on board. You know, it's just about 5 or 6 sponsors, but you know, just contribute to our day. And like I said, we've got a golf day on the 22nd. We've got 130 players already signed up. We're all keen to play golf at 12 o'clock, and after that we retire back to Guadas and just have a cup of coffee as you do, and a few kawans. But then the big day for me on the whole week is the Friday, where we have a sit-down dinner at at Manhattan, where we've been sponsored by Manhattan for the venue, and Watangalua Phil Malaysia has come on board to help us out with costings too. So you know, we're quite fortunate that he's going to help us there. The reason why we're there at Manhattan is that was the first place we went to 20 years ago when we were fundraising straight after the World Cup we did in Samoa. So you know, I thought it was appropriate that, you know, we should involve Manhattan. You know, that was 20 years ago, and like even 20 years before that, when they had the phones and all that, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have know about. Well, you know, it was appropriate. But that's our sit-down dinner. It's $75 per head. We have 2020 playing, and we've got a sit-down dinner, and we've got a few guest speakers. Keith Quinn and Phil Gifford, probably one of the 2 high-profile speakers in the Rugby World Rugby, and they are very expensive people to have at a dinner, let alone a Manu Samoa dinner. And they've obviously, or they don't know it yet, but they're doing it for free. You know, the old fats one. So I think that's really the cherry on the cake, mate, because you know, it's really good that the fact is that they want to be there is great, and shows the respect they have for Manu Samoa. So, and hopefully we're going to see BG, who's the president, Tate Sibi Lamanu, Sua Pita Schuster, Toala Matthew Vaya, who are presently with the Manu Samoa, to join us on that particular night. So, and then obviously, of course, on Sunday, the big day, Eden Park, Manu Samoa versus Fiji. I think that day will be the D-Day for who's going to go and make the top 2 and who's going to miss out. So it's going to be an interesting week. I intentionally planned it for that week because I felt straight after the Welsh game, if we beat Wales, then definitely we've got 1 foot in the door. And then that game against Fiji is really the decider, you know. But, you know, when you watch Wales play last night, they just lost by a couple of points, or a point, but you know, they've shown that they've come here just like Samoa, prepared. They're not going to be bullied around regardless how big you are, and I think Samoa would have taken note of how they played against South Africans, big side, and they didn't take a back step back, but they've come to try and make the quarters through. So it's going to be interesting. Fiji, as you know, walloped Namibia probably wallop's not the word. They beat them, but Namibia showed that they actually they're very good at the set pieces, and at the same time they show that they can foot it with the best, and you know, it's off their mistakes that Fiji really came into their own, and as we know what the Fijians are like, if they don't know what they're doing, then how the hell is opposition supposed to know what they're doing? So that's the flair that we was talking about the Pacific, and not only Fiji but even Samoa's like that sometimes. You know, it's good to play against, you know, especially play the first game up, so you know you can have a look at other teams now. Sit back, check them out, and then when you come and confront them, you know what they're going to do, and all you're going to do is your best to try and confront that. So on that note, that's our reunion, and you know, it's open to anyone, but I mean, like, there's only limited numbers. For the cocktail, it's only about 100, and dinner's about 200, so like I said, it's not a money spinner, it's just for us to say to our players of the past, thank you very much, thank you for your contribution from 91. This is where your team is 20 years later. Again, in the same situation we were in 91, fighting for Samoa, big expectations, and all they're going to do is just play as a team and they'll come through. Yeah, but what's it now? Kind of, I've love and love noa, and Manu.